We're back. Folks, before we get to our last act tonight, I want to tell you guys we have 2 more nights of Winter Festivus. Tomorrow night and Saturday night. We will have troops from, of course, Oklahoma City, but also Dallas, Kansas City, and Chicago, all coming in for some very special shows. So you want to come back 7:30 and 9:30 both nights. Yeah. All right, and now we've got one of our very special guests for tonight, a traveling podcast that is going to talk about history and then make some history up. So let's get those hands clapping and give it up for History Made Up!
Hello everybody, I'm Will Frazier. Welcome to History Made Up! Live in Oklahoma City! The winner, Improv Festivus! Our guest tonight is
Impression funny.
Kyle Gossett. Yeah, he's our guest tonight. Yeah. Welcome to History Made Up. This is the informative, improvised podcast. My name is Will Frazier. I'm from Des Moines, Iowa. I travel around the country. I find interesting local people. I get their stories. And then I find local improvisers, bring them on, and we do some improv. So trying to sort of travel around, spread the love of local entertainment. Yeah. So without further ado, let's welcome our improvisers, Kendon Lacey, everybody. Oh yeah, he's ready to go.
Yeah.
Taking your jacket off?
Yes, it's a jack off.
All right.
Jacket.
Yeah. Welcome, Kendon. How are you?
I am wonderful. Are we on? Okay, yes, I am doing wonderful. Yeah, it's a good night for me.
Are you from Oklahoma City?
I am from Oklahoma City, originally born in Reno, Nevada, but immediately moved as soon as I was born to Edmond, and then moved to Oklahoma City. So I mean, I basically am Oklahoma City.
Love it. How long have you been doing improv?
I have been doing improv for, I believe, 5.5 years or something like that. January, I think, is 6 or 5, one of those two.
That's great.
It's like dog years. It's what improvisers are like.
Yep. That's more true than you know, folks. All right. Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah.
All right. Let's welcome our next guest, Roger Connolly. Everybody. Yeah, careful. I know, I sort of had to just sort of put this together, but I think it'll work.
No, I love it. I'm on my toes when I'm coming on stage.
Yeah. So you were in the group earlier. You're not from here. You're from up north.
I'm an Army brat, so
all over.
Yeah.
Yeah. North Carolina.
No, not quite North Carolina. I was born in Italy.
Oh, really? So even way further.
Yeah. I mean,
Italy is not quite North Carolina.
everybody
No, it's
says
not.
that Italy is the North Carolina of Europe, so
That makes sense. I believe that.
because they're both shaped like boots.
That's fair.
I do not know what North Carolina is shaped.
Roger's on. His group was performed just a little bit ago here tonight.
Yes.
Tell us about your group.
The first group I was in is Take One. They've been together for 10 years. It's a short form troupe. We performed in the 7:30 slot, and then that other one I performed in was called Misplaced Northerners, and it's just a bunch of people who aren't from Oklahoma that were like, hey, none of us are from here, so let's do that on stage.
Yeah. Let's get our different sense of humor all together for these Oklahomans.
Hey guys, you know how you guys are this way? Well, we are.
We aren't. Yeah. I love it. All right. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
All right. Our next guest. She sort of put this whole dang thing together. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. Cristela. I'm going to say your last name wrong. Carrizales. Is that right?
High five. Ethnic last names for the win.
I have trouble with everyone's names, if you go back and listen to podcast episodes, it's very embarrassing.
That's okay.
Also, I'm not good at interviewing people, so that's why
I'm not a good interviewee, so we're winning here already.
That's why you notice the premise of this is I gather a story. It's not I talk to someone or interview them. It pretty much just consists of me. You got a story? Okay, go.
My last name is Carazales. That's the best story I have.
What story?
You should talk about the ship in North Carolina. It's a real crowd pleaser.
How long have you been doing improv here in Oklahoma City?
This particular organization started in 2009. Yeah, from the genius thoughts of two brothers. No, I'm being very honest. Buchanan Brazel and Clint Brazel. And then they brought on two friends, Marcy Fleming and Eric Webb. And from their brains sprouted this beautiful, wonderful idea that there was so much talent in Oklahoma City that could be nurtured that they started OKC Improv. And then their lives went on to another thing, as most of our lives do.
Yeah.
And then they passed the torch to us, and we are trying to take it to the next level. So we are grateful for their attitudes and their forethought and their, wonderful, beautiful design of what could be. And all we can do is hope that we're going to take it to the next level. So I'm very grateful for them.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful for us.
All right, that's awesome.
But you specifically, how long have you been doing improv?
Oh, is that the question?
Thanks, Kendon. Once again, I'm not
Because I
good at
actually
this.
don't know the answer, and I actually do want to know
Oh
the answer.
shit! I'm actually used to answering as the artistic director. Yeah, so there was this chubby Mexican one day in December of 2009 who decided, I want to see how improv works in my scripted acting life. And then I went to some workshops and I thought, that looks interesting, and I started doing it.
And that's where they taught you your new voice.
I do improv. I'm
It's like My Fair Lady.
I'm sorry, I was literally like paying homage and like, no bitch, what do you want? What are you talking about?
All right, that's awesome.
I don't actually support the word bitch for referring to women. Right now, I'm literally just referring to myself.
Okay, it's on the record. It's been recorded, so that's official.
If all of you fuckers call me bitch, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm sorry, can we cuss on your iPad?
Absolutely not. No, I'm gonna have to throw this on.
Well, I'm gonna be deeply edited in this motherfucker.
No, of course. There's plenty of cursing and filthy things said on this podcast all the time. What, have you never done improv before? All right, we have one more guest, Tyler Smartwood. Tyler, come on here.
Classic screw up of his name.
Ethnic last names for the win.
Jamaican?
I thought it was Latvian.
Classic bitch response.
It's mean when you say it, Rod.
Sorry. Sounds real mean.
It's technically Swartwood.
Swartwood.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's
See,
okay.
Tyler and I do a duo together, and we'd done the duo for, I don't know, a year, 2 years, a decade before I realized it was Swartwood and not Smartwood, so.
That's
Okay.
You
So,
can't be blamed.
no, not at all. Absolutely not. How long are you from OKC? Are you a transplant?
I transplanted here from Western Oklahoma.
Ooh, all right.
72 miles east.
150 miles west. Technically.
Yeah. How long have you been doing improv here?
Right Roger, how long have you been doing improv here?
We're looking at about 4 years.
4 years.
4.5 years.
Yeah. Did I not ask, Roger?
I'm waiting for this.
Oh, you weren't out here, so it
We
doesn't
started
matter.
about the same time, so
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, I don't remember time, so.
Looks good.
All right.
This is a
The name
history
of our-
show.
Yep.
Also, the name of our duo is Partners in Time.
Right.
So,
Great. That's
Time
great.
is inconsequential.
Time's a flat circle.
Shut up.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah.
This is the most time that's gonna cut.
Darn you!
All right, so we're going to jump right to it. We have a special guest tonight, and he's going to come up here and he's going to tell us not just about history, but very special, the history of this improv festival. Yeah, that's right. Kyle Gossett, everybody, give him a hand.
Hello.
Hello.
How is everyone?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's so good to be here. Guess what? I think this is the 6th Festivus, is that correct? 6th. This is number 6, guys. Give it like round of applause. Oh my gosh.
Is that the mark of the devil?
Do what? Is that the mark of the devil? It is the mark of the devil. This Festivus is the end of the world. No, it's actually really exciting because Festivus has been an event that we've done. It's been kind of for the community. It's been for OKC Improv, improvisers in general, but then like kind of bringing some out-of-town people too. But it's been really about celebrating the community. That's been the whole gist from the start. And when it started back in 2012, year drop, is that like a name drop except for a year?
Yes.
It's not a thing that people do, but I just wanted a thing. Deal with it. It was a thing that was just about like, hey, we want to do something in December. We have dates to do something in December. Let's do something in December. And so we took a weekend and we made an event called Festivus, which, if you don't know, is a reference to Seinfeld. Everyone knows that's a reference to Seinfeld, right? Festivus for the rest of us, et cetera, et cetera. There's a poll. There's a Festivus poll. There's feats of strength. There's airing of grievances.
We know, we started it.
Any more history on the festival and not just Seinfeld?
But so Seinfeld's a show that was on NBC.
That's when Christella started it.
Anyway, no. So Festivus was for the community. It was a big. It started around the time that I entered the staff for OKC Improv, which I am no longer a part of, but I was at the time.
airing of grievances.
Airing grievances. Fuck the staff now. Just kidding.
Yeah, we're
They're-
all shit. We're such bullshit.
Just kidding. They're all
That's also
lovely
feats
people.
of strength. Feats of strength.
So for the first Festivus, it was over a Friday and Saturday. It was down at the Reduction Theater, rest in peace, on lovely Broadway and on 16th Street, and it was in the round. If you know, we were doing improv in the round at that time.
That was pretty much a bitch.
Yeah, right. So we were
Explicit.
Yeah, explicitly a motherfucking bitch. And so we were doing so that meant that we had to come up with a bunch of different random like things like to make that work, right? If you're in a proscenium stage, this is a proscenium stage, we can sweep at it and it's fine, right?
That means that there's a flat stage with audience in the front.
Thank you, Peter. History. Okay, but we had to. So we developed this thing called the clap, which it's exactly what it sounds like. We clapped. Okay, it's not fucking disgusting. All right? So we did like. And then that was the edit. That means that the scene is over. Let's move on to another scene. We did weird things, but we were adjusting and accommodating to the in the round space. So that was the space that we were doing it in. And Reduction was a lovely little theater, but we kind of like it
you know, it was what it was, okay? And at the time, I remember I was designing posters. I was doing, no, this is fucking real history, okay, you guys? I designed the posters for Festivus, and I used fonts that I bought online to create it. One in particular, you asked for history of Festivus, I'm fucking giving it to you.
And I lost my virginity that year.
So there was a font called Benito, and it was a font that was like, it was really fucking cool at the time. But now, like, you see it everywhere. But it was like it was a little vintage looking, like there was like holes in it. So I made it into a red thing, and I put it against like a canvas, like, you know, tan background.
So basically, what posters are?
It was a good poster.
I do want to say that originally Kyle did ask me to make the poster. This is a true story. He asked me to make a poster. I made a poster for him, and I sent the image over to him. He never responded and came out with the poster that he made.
Who makes most of the graphics work is here for him. So that is a true story. We're best friends, we're fine.
And then the baby Jesus was born.
And that's the story of Christmas. So whatever posters. We did the thing. That was a lot of work, right? Like at the time for me, someone who actually didn't do graphic design, I did a lot of work behind the scenes for that, which is why Sue gave me this hoodie, because I helped create it.
This is a moment for all of you to take pictures.
Hashtag humble brag, you're in the presence of Jesus. Just kidding. So then after that, so we have the festival. We have some great guests from Kansas City. We have some guests from Dallas, right? Yeah, and it was a really great little festival. So one of the big things that I wanted to mention that we did, that we don't do anymore, is an award show. For those of you who are around, you know what I'm talking
Because
about.
none of us are deserving of awards.
Right? For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, we did a little award show for Festivus. What that means is that we gave awards.
Thanks for clearing that up.
I mean, in case you didn't know. We did awards like Improviser of the Year, which has since become a joke. We did awards like, Best Blah Troupe, and like we were weirdly, the awards got weirdly specific. Like, you know, there was Best Short Form Troupe, which I think there were 2 at the time, right? There were like, and then here's the really funny thing, and this is only funny if you're an improviser or if you're me, most likely just me. But there was an award for Best like narrative troupe, long form troupe narrative, and then long form troupe non-narrative. Because if you weren't doing narrative improv, aka telling a whole story, that was a whole different subject.
And there was only one group in both categories, and Kyle directed both groups in the category. So he basically made a category for himself to win 2 prizes that night.
Is there an award for the poster?
Yes.
And Kyle won it.
There's an award for Best Kyle in Improv.
I won that award too. So basically, the award shows were for me. No, but it was supposed to be a thing that was like for the community. But what it turned into was, something else.
You mean the community doesn't love it when you just give yourself awards?
They don't.
What's the deal with that?
Everyone, like, it feel like I'm being ganged up on, like I'm the fucking villain right now, and I'm not. Okay? No, it was silly, but it turned into a pissing contest.
And we're still here.
And we're still here and airing of grievances. And I'm looking at a sign that says exit, which is probably a sign.
No, it's definitely a sign.
It's definitely a sign.
It's a government-issued sign.
So
to
we
indicate
did the
exits.
award ceremony for like 2 years, and then I left the staff, and that never happened again. So that should be a sign.
All right, Kyle Gossett, everybody. That's great. Thanks so much, Kyle. All right, you guys
I just wanna
ready?
say that I'm thankful for everyone's work prior to this moment to bring us to this moment.
Absolutely, absolutely,
I am thankful for Kyle Gossett.
absolutely, absolutely.
This hard work is not gone unnoticed.
All right, let's do some scenes of that.
Great.
It's Bleeding Cowboy. The font is Bleeding Cowboy.
I like cowboys though.
I know, but this is not just a
I'm
regular
Dallas,
cowboy.
though. I'm not
It's not just
Dallas.
it's
I
not
like cowboys.
It's not just a cowboy font. It's
Well-
Bleeding
Well,
Cowboy.
there's not enough stars in it, and it's not the right shade of blue.
Of course, there's not enough stars because the cowboy is bleeding.
Guys, I don't understand your obsession with trying to make fonts shrinky.
If you don't catch a good font when no one is using it,
Then you're not
cool.
cool. Yeah.
I guess I'm not cool then.
Well, we could have told you that before you even said that sentence.
I mean, come on, Ray. Don't you wish you would have gotten in the New Times Roman era?
No.
I told
nobody-
you not to bring that up, Charles.
Nobody wants to be New Times Roman. Nobody wants to be Helvetica. And
I
nobody
wanted
wants
to
to
be
be.
it.
You wanted to be Helvetica?
Yeah.
Yes. You know how popular it is now? You know where it is
No,
everywhere? Yes,
it's
it is.
not. Calibri is the most popular font. You are behind the times. It's a default font for a reason, Ron.
Just old fashioned.
It's a sans serif font which people with dyslexia can read. You are behind the times.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to interrupt your argument. I just want to know when my lemonade sign is going to be done.
When we decide what font your name's going to be written in, we will make your drink and we'll call that name.
We keep telling Leonard you don't want it in Comic Sans, but he doesn't believe us.
My mom just said that more people would come to my lemonade stand if I had a nice sign, so I thought I would come down here.
We're trying to make a good sign for
Yeah,
you.
okay.
You know?
We're working on it.
Sorry. I'll go back and sit down.
Thank you. Thank you. Who names their son Marrakesh?
Obviously, someone who didn't know how to write it in Helvetica.
So Bleeding Cowboy, I think, for
I think
Marrakesh.
that's what we're kind of going with here is Bleeding Cowboy.
Fine.
Marrakesh, do you like Bleeding Cowboy?
Yeah, let's ask
Huh?
the kid.
What?
We're Bleeding Cowboy.
I don't want a bleeding cowboy. I like cowboys.
We're talking like more in a symbolic sense and not like in a literal sense.
Oh.
We're not gonna slice a bitch, okay?
Yeah, this font has holes in it. There's holes in the font.
Heroic. I know bleeding cowboy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't. Will it help me some more lemonade?
Well, I mean, I think people will buy lemonade based upon the fact that a hero died. So
I mean, this is Oklahoma after all.
Do I have to stab a cowboy?
Yes.
it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt.
See.
I was gonna place that in Cheyenne, Oklahoma. So, for you.
Call back.
All right, kids, here, gather around. I'm glad y'all could make it. We have. Hey, I'm proud of you all. I mean, that was one heck of a little league season. I mean, we almost got a win.
I like my participation. Wear ribbon.
Dude, that's good. I'm glad you got all those when you were coming in the door.
I warmed the bench so good.
Yeah, you did. I think you might be getting a special award for that later in the night, Tommy. Yeah, I think that's right.
I'm here for the orange slices because I worry about scurvy.
Okay, Craig. I see you brought your gigantic blue floppy glove with you that you normally sit on in the outfield. Thank you for that.
Thank you for allowing it in the outfield.
Okay, Toby?
Heil Hitler.
All right, blue. So some of the parents are not going to like that, Toby. It's a shame that you're our best player and you're going to win most of our awards. Can you just tone that down
I'm
when,
sorry.
when you're giving your speeches?
This award was made for me. If no one's gonna win Best Nazi, then it might as well be me, okay? It's an award that I created for myself.
And you're going to win it.
I know.
No one else wanted it.
I don't see any better.
No one else wanted to get nominated. You were the only name on the list.
Right.
I do object to him winning a best third right field. I feel like I'm in the right field as well.
Oh, I got that joke.
Yeah, you did a great job. You're always in the correct field when we're playing. That's right.
He keeps insisting that SS stands for something other than shortstop.
Yeah,
It just stands for shortstop.
I
yeah,
would agree with that.
it does. Those lapels that you have on your uniform, they're just very off-putting, really.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's-
no, it's just the decoration is what my dad says.
Yeah, but when I move you position, like if I want you to play third base,
So I do.
you still keep those SS things right there.
I do.
Yeah.
And I kick my legs nice and high when I'm moving from left field to right field.
Missed a lot of balls that way.
That's
Missed a lot
right.
of
No, I
balls.
understand.
Yeah.
But still, who's winning Best Nazi Award?
You are.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, but that's only because none of us wanted.
Right.
I mean, like, if I really wanted it, I could go for it and I might beat you.
Oh,
Adolf, you're getting crazy right now.
that's ridiculous.
You know what? Okay, yeah, my dad made me Adolf because I'm a chick, and that's fine. But I have repented. But if I really wanted to double down, I could win.
Yeah. She could.
I could win.
I almost just gave her the award because of her name. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm a girl, and I'm not afraid of being named Adolf. Okay, my name is Adolf James McGinnicuddy Goldstein. And you have to just own that stuff.
I don't even judge her for having to read that out for a cap label.
She's got like 5 cultures in her name alone.
And I celebrate Kwanzaa, okay? So bring it.
Wait, you celebrate Kwanzaa?
I do, I celebrate all the holidays because I'm a universal celebrator.
And it's July, people.
Exactly. I celebrate Hanukkah and Kwanzaa in July because that's like my half celebration. And then in December, I celebrate Easter and Memorial Day.
Which is why you win the award for Best Celebrator. Congratulations. There you
I
go.
wanted to say thank you to all the people who made this happen.
Well, I'm so
Jealous?
I'm so proud and jealous at the same time. It's like my Nazi award means nothing if I'm not winning Best Celebrator.
You're right. It means nothing.
And I probably should have told you earlier, we're going to have a special ceremony just to give you that Nazi award because not everyone's really comfortable with that.
It's called the Special Hater Award and go away.
So tomorrow afternoon, you can just come by the Ball Diamonds and we'll have it there.
Okay,
And if no one's there, I wouldn't worry too much about it.
fair enough. At least I'll still win the award.
Yeah. Oh, and you win for Best Batting Average also.
Oh, thank you. This is nice.
It's like he's a millennial. He gets a badge for just participating.
So there's not a badge for having a giant blue hand thingy?
Mitt?
Oh boy, we have a lot of work to do before next season. See?
I'd like to thank you all for coming out here today.
You're welcome.
I just want to say that I'm feeling really deep within my soul.
And that's where I feel it too.
Do you feel it there?
Yeah, right deep in your soul.
Where do the rest of you feel it?
I feel it in my back.
I think you've gone too deep into your soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to back off that soul deepness a little bit. Take it out.
right, sorry. Hold on.
You feel better?
There's still something in my back. It hurts.
I'm just saying, like, if you just breathe into that place, just take a breath. You sound like an asthmatic cow.
Yeah, go and try and just channel an asthmatic cow. You have 4 stomachs, just work with that.
Just chew that cud.
James has a great point. Chew that cud.
James, yeah. I know you're sucking the cud.
So good. Taste it.
Now, I don't feel it in my back as much.
Feed your soul.
And I can feel it now.
Yeah.
I want to remind our listeners that this hour of the doctors is brought to you by Johnson & Johnson Baby Oil. This hour of the doctors is sponsored by Johnson & Johnson Baby Oil. And now back to the doctors.
Do you hate it when your udders get cracked and dry? Johnson & Johnson Baby Oil. Keep those udders slow.
Do you need us to touch your udders?
I mean, if you wouldn't mind checking, that'd be great.
Just give it a little rub down.
Yeah, go ahead and test them. They feel crusty. They feel crusty to you?
Crustiest udders I've ever felt in my life.
Exactly.
These udders feel like they're carrying a lot of regret.
I feel like this is my junior year in college. I'm very uncomfortable.
I want to remind our listeners that this minute has been brought to you by Swasu. Again, this minute has been brought to you by Swasu. The focus is you.
I'm a proud alumni of Southwestern Oklahoma State University. I'm gonna rub your udders some more.
Scene.
Had to bring Southwestern into it.
What time we got? We got time for more.
I can't believe it's been 6 years since we started this. It's been 6 years. I can't believe it.
Lots changed.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I actually think it's been a bit longer.
Guys, I've just been in it for 2 years, but I hope you don't mind. I tell everybody I've been in it for 6 years when you guys started.
Oh, it's wonderful.
It's not a problem. I mean, if you want to be a part of something deeper and longer than yourself, just lie about it. That's what all men do.
Do you remember when we started it?
Do I ever?
Yeah. 6 years ago, we said we're going to create the greatest pissing contest ever.
I thought you said pissy contest.
No, pissing contest.
I've just been pissed off for 6 years.
I'm sorry, you guys had this disagreement for 6 years now and it's just coming to light?
They fight about it all the time.
Oh, so it's not. I know that from being here for 6 years now. You're not 2.
Well, we know you've only been here for 2. Your lie doesn't work on us.
We're well aware of it.
Well, I don't know that you need to add dramatic music scenes to the end of it.
We put those in the year before you showed up.
Right.
So you wouldn't know that.
Dun dun dun.
Now step up to this ledge and piss versus me.
I shall. I am not scared at all. I've been doing this for 8 years now.
You name the 4 categories of which we judge your piss.
Well, I know the 4 categories. It's odor, it's strength of stream,
2,
it's distance,
3,
and it's the jiggle at the end.
4. 4 reasons.
I've been doing this for 10 years. I know how a pissing contest goes.
10 years now?
Well, yeah. I did it for 12 years, and I've kept track for 10 years.
And I'm done. Oh, that was a good one. I hit that cactus rose down there.
Good.
He is a silent pisser.
Do you smell that, though? Do you smell that?
That's like asparagus and
I ate
drink coffee.
4 pounds of asparagus for lunch. You won't best me today.
I feel like perhaps I won't, but I'll give it a shot. Just, if people could hum it, I have a shy bladder.
I just want to say that this seems like a real guy dude scene, and girls, we don't do that because we're demure, okay? But if you want to give it a shot, I mean, like, bring it, boys.
We appreciate you coming down and bringing all your class with you.
Right.
That's true. That's true. That's not a problem.
Then you're more than welcome to compete.
Very impressive group here.
And then I see that.
And I'm done. You see how I trickled down my leg to my socks?
Oh my God, did your pee make bleeding cowboys?
Boys are gorgeous.
That's so nice.
You notice there's holes in there.
Oh my God, there are holes in
The holes in there.
I think you boys underestimate the ability for a woman to do what you do.
I've been doing it for 50 years.
Yeah, you've been doing it for 50 years, but we have to really think about aim and precision, finger placement, and just, arch, okay? Yeah, let that sink in.
I'm really pulling back on having a woman in this group, guys.
Yeah, I think, it's nice they're here cheering for us, but
Right.
yeah.
It's sort of just not comfortable with it.
Nobody's comfortable with me being here.
Well, unless you can step up to that ledge and show us what you got.
I'm hearing a lot of talk about how you pee, and I'm not seeing a lot of you peeing.
Right.
I'm a woman.
We're just four guys that want to watch you pee.
Nothing weird about that.
That's what this organization is all about.
In some countries, this is how people get elected.
Right.
But see, thanks so much. You find the podcast at historymeetup.com, iTunes, Google Play, where you can find it. What do you guys have to plug? Tell the folks about your shows.
Hey, we're here all this weekend, Friday and Saturday, OKCimprov.com. 2018 is going to be stacked and packed. Hey, if you're out there and you're like, I'm an improv team, and I want to come out, and I want to travel the continent, world. Start in Oklahoma City, guys. Shut up. We're fun, and we're fabulous, and we treat people well. So come to Oklahoma City. We got a great thing going here. Thank you so much, Will, for coming out. And
Thank you for having me. I can second that. Everything she said is true. Give her a hand, everybody. Anyone else? Anything to plug?
The city cabaret, okay.
Kendon Lacey, Roger Connolly, Christella Carzales, Tyler Smutwood. Smutwood. Thanks so much, everybody. My name's Will Frazier.